All right, we're gonna get started. We're gonna get set up so we can do some programming here. Before you can program, you need a work environment. We're gonna use an IDE called C9. It's really easy to use. It's all set up for you. As far as stacks are, you can just choose a Python stack and work right with it. There are other ways to do it. You can install Python on your computer and run it from there, and it's fine because Python is an open source project, so you don't have to pay for compilers or anything. But we're going to use C9 because it allows us to access it on the internet, and it does so you aren't limited by your computer. So we can use it on Chromebooks or at home or anywhere else. You can actually access it from your phone, but not very well. I wouldn't advise doing that. So if you haven't received an invite, what's going to end up happening is you're going to have to sign up. Using your credit card, it takes your credit card to just verify that you are not a bot signing up for 1,000 accounts. It gives you a section on the cloud so you can work with your programs, and as long as you're doing something small, the free version is fine. So that's what we're going to be using. You should have followed the other video I sent out before. You're going to sign up, and you should have got an email that says you can choose your password. So that's where we're going to start here. So once you get the emails from Cloud9, I'm going to say you've got to set your password. So then you go there, set a password. Has to pass the strength requirements. If it is blue, then you're good to go. So I always use a password checker just so that I don't have to remember everything. So after you're in, you're going to sign up, and there's your workspace. If you have no workspaces set up, this is exactly what it's going to look like when you go in there. There's going to be just one gray square. Click on that, create new workspace. You can give your workspace any name you want. You can only have lowercase, it cannot have spaces, but it can have hyphens. So as you see when I started out here, you cannot put a capital letter. It has to be all lowercase. You can use underscores, you can use hyphens. So I just call my Python work nothing really important. I'm leaving it public because there's nothing I'm doing that I really worry about anybody else getting their hands on. And click on Python, the Python stack, to get it set up. You can give it a quick description. If you have multiple workspaces, it can be nice to have a little description just to remind yourself what you're doing there. So once you choose the Python stack, just scroll down and create workspace. This can take a while. It might not take that long, depending on how busy things are. Since we're not paying for anything, we're kind of low priority. So if there's a lot of other people using the cloud service at this time, it's going to slow down. So once we're in here, we can see the Cloud9 interface. They have a whole bunch of dots all over the place that kind of tell you how to do things. You can go through them one by one. It's not a bad idea when you get started. Anything we really need to know, I'll show you, so you can just skip out of that tutorial as well if you want to. So one of the things we are going to do right away, though, is we are going to set up our preferences so that the version of Python we're using is Python 3, not Python 2. Because all the code that we're going to be using this course is going to be related more to Python 3. So you go into the file and then choose preference. Oh, sorry, Cloud9 on the side there, not file. Cloud9 on the side. You choose preferences. Go down to Python support, and you'll see Python version. Change that from 2 to 3. As soon as you click it, you're done. You can just close it off if you want to. Now, I don't like the white, so I go through and I go back to my preferences. I would have done this the first time through, but I want to show you that you could just shut down just shut down the preferences, and it saves your preferences automatically. So after I went back into preferences, I went down to themes, and I just chose a darker theme. I find that having a darker theme is much nicer. Both just, I like the looks of it, plus I find it easier on my eyes. So you don't need the README open, you don't need the welcome page open. We're actually ready to go right now. We can write a Python program and run it right now. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll write the generic first program that almost everybody writes in almost every language they learn. So we're going to just do the quick hello world. So we just I'm going to make a new folder here, I think, just to put some work in so I don't get things confused. So organizing this one, I think I will just use, what am I gonna call it? I'll just call it Project 1. Yeah, Project 1, because this is the first little project we're going to do. Inside that folder, I will make a file. And so it's just going to be a Python file. It's got to end in .py. That tells the computer that it's a Python file. So I'm just going to call it main.py. That calling the core file in any program main is quite common. You'll see it quite often. And we're going to generally use that convention so that when we get into making programs that have multiple files, we'll always know which file has to start, because by convention it's always going to look for the main file to start. So we got that open. We're going to go, and the command for printing anything out in Python is print. That's another reason why I like Python. Python is straightforward. There's a lot of common language that you can actually read the code, which is quite nice, without a lot of difficulty. All code you can read, but Python code, it seems in a lot of ways it's very intuitive. So print and then open bracket, and then you have to put the string or the words that you want inside a set of quotations. So I just put hello world inside these quotations, and then I close the bracket. You have to have pairing brackets, opening and close. And this is the first sort of statement we're going to learn how to do, is the print statement. We're going to spend some time with this a little later on and learn more about it, but this is actually all we need for running the program. So after we have it, make sure you save. When it's saved, you're going to notice that the icon goes to an X from a dot. And once we're ready to go, we can just hit run, and in the window down below, it runs our program and it prints out hello world for us. So that is the first program that we're running. It's just the quick print function to print hello world. So now you've written your first Python program, maybe your first program ever, and we're ready to work. So congratulations, you got started.